by now you should have had enough of us. I'm really excited to be live 2 days in a row with some real good friends and big brains in the VHS community. Gentlemen, would you kindly introduce yourselves?
Pablo, Dream to Real One.
I'm
Ray, LA Kid Collectibles. And then there's fake Pablo.
Dan, LA Grover at Rewind Grading.
All right, nice. So we're back again to talk more Heritage Auction. We are less than 24 hours away. They'll be live 1 p.m. Central Standard Time tomorrow, and I'm really excited to see what you guys have to say about these tapes. So let's see whether or not I can figure out how to do this. Huh?
Yes.
I'm basically a computer hacker at this point. So
You're in the Matrix, Nico.
yeah. Jay took me there yesterday. I don't know how you guys necessarily want to handle it, but it seems reasonable that we should just start at the top. The Rocky tape, Dan, will it break 6 figures?
Oh, I'm terrible with values. I pass is what I'll say on valuation of, but beautiful tape and yeah, really something special you don't see too often.
Ray, so there's only one copy in the world. Will it break 6 figures?
I don't know about 6 figures. I don't know, but that doesn't have anything to do with how valuable I think the tape is. That's just like we're in kind of a weird, funky economic time. I think that it will certainly get really high up there. I'm just going to predict it's going to go into the 50K range. I'd say 40 to 50K.
Pablo, do you concur?
Sure. Yeah. I think, again, it's early in the game. It's like we put value on these tapes. It's, the market can change a lot. But this is definitely one of a kind tape. It's going to be really a low number of these in the future. So, yeah, that sounds like a reasonable number.
So now, just out of curiosity, it looks like it's a drawer box. We've never seen a Rocky drawer box before. I keep hearing this is a 1 of 1, but I thought that I saw someone snipe Rocky 1, 2, and 3, and they were big boxes. I just don't know if they were like similar tapes or what. But this is definitely the only one that we've ever seen of this. Is that correct?
According to Jay at Heritage, who I believe when he says that.
Okay. All right.
Have you seen?
I defer to him.
Dan, have you seen any drawer boxes like this? Or this is the first time?
Not yet. No. Not and currently we're not grading drawer box just because of the size. We have those on the docket, hopefully in the first 16 weeks or so to get the blisters in, because our sizes are very we have to make blisters individually for each size. So while we do have people that are lined up to submit drawer boxes, we don't accept them yet. But I do have a Rocky myself, but just not a drawer box. So
yeah, and I think
I'm not that cool yet.
Am I wrong? I thought that was the tape that someone snuck. Was that? I think it's like what an 80. Yeah, isn't that the? Let me see if I can do this. Oh shit!
I bought this off of eBay a few weeks ago for $400. I don't know.
Nice. Is that the white watermark? White watermark in the back.
Recorded in Canada. It's the beta. It's not a drawer box. Sorry to disappoint. So,
but that's the first.
Dan, your camera's legitimately worthless. I'm going to keep you small and cover.
Yeah, I'm going to fix it.
That's my that's my big hope at this point. All right, so let's see if I can do this. Da-da-da, share screen. Bada bang. All right, so here's my question, guys. Major price disparity, right? Rocky 2 is only at $1,000. this is also a one of one. To me, that sort of demonstrates that there's a ton of live bidding. There's no way that this tape gets out of the Heritage's hand for less than 5 figures. That's my guess. Right?
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
I
I agree with
To
that.
be-
Yeah.
All you need is 2 guys. At the end of the day, remember, guys, it's just you need 2 guys fighting for something at the end. So, and a lot of times that happens at the last minute.
Our poor buddy Dan.
Dan is loading. There we go.
Yeah, I'm trying to fix my shit. I'm fucking shit up over here.
No, you're doing good.
So
You're doing good.
yeah,
It's a better angle. Anyway.
Don't mind me. You guys keep going.
But Rocky 2, man, Rocky 1, 2, or 3, I would love to fucking own that, you know? So $1,000, there's no way that goes even close to 1,000. That's going to get up there too.
I think there's going to be a big difference between Rocky 1, 2, and then Rocky 3 is big, but then Rocky 4, you don't have the drawer. It's just the slipcase on Rocky 4.
Right.
So Rocky 4
Right.
is not going to go just the first 3 Rockies.
Dan's got Rocky 4.
Beta again.
Oh, there we go. Yeah.
Dan's a legit tape head.
My favorite is Rocky 4 of all the movies. I go backwards. I go Rocky 4, my favorite. Rocky 3 is my second favorite, and then Rocky 2, and then the original Rocky.
Yeah, Pablo, I agree with you on that one. Yeah, definitely Rocky 4, because I was like old enough to process it.
Me too.
And then I went backwards.
Me
Now,
too.
there's a Rocky 4 in the auction. It's at $310. White watermarks.
Hey, I was going to ask that the Rocky 1, it has watermarks also, right?
I do not believe so, but I could be wrong. I'm gonna find out here in 2 seconds for you. So there's I lied. There are watermarks on the back.
That's big.
Yeah, it provides a layer of confidence, I think, for people who are newer to the hobby and just don't touch or don't trust the plastic. You know what I mean? I don't know that necessarily. After a while, you sort of like get over the fact that there's no watermarks on like the thorns, as long as the plastic's right. But early on, that it's unsettling when there's no watermarks. Speak of the devil.
Does that have watermarks? Does that have watermarks?
No, this is a thorn, no watermarks. And it has a price sticker right under the shrink wrap. So I got screwed on this one.
Oh,
Let me ask Dan. Dan, what's the earliest watermarks that you've seen on CBS, Fox?
Well, you have the magnetic watermarks, but our early, there's stuff like MCA and stuff that don't have watermarks early on. So, it's not, watermarks don't always mean everything. If you know the timetables, yes, most VHS do have watermarks. But, you got to be careful. There's stuff out there we've seen that, have watermarks. They look good, but then it won't be legit. So you got to be careful.
what about a sticker under the plastic? That's probably nice.
Well, typically that's a bad sign, especially if it's a retail sticker. There's a difference, right? You have manufacturing stickers that the studio put on there. They manufactured it in the from the beginning, and you see that in different medias that you can have some of those rarely, but sometimes under the plastic. Retail should never be under the plastic because they got the tape. They should never have their sticker under the plastic, logically.
All right. So,
well, technically, someone got most of the sticker off, so I think I'm going to send this to Rewind.
So it's mostly legit. Just bring it over, Ray. I got you covered.
Goonies is still king of the castle.
Yeah, I think this is the most surprising auction right now.
No question about it.
To be on top, and it's the well, I don't know what you guys want to say about it, but I mean, I think it's a great tape.
I don't like it. Like I said, maybe people are gonna be like, this is not a rare tape, guys. Even with the wraparound, this is like 86. So for the new guys coming in and thinking that this is one of those, like, you want to be cautious with the Goonies. Anything after 1985 that is not rare on seal VHS stuff, in my opinion.
What about this boy? Oh my.
That's a little better.
A little better for Pablo.
Well, because obviously, yeah, I mean, Back to the Future definitely is a much better movie and more popular, and
Pablo.
this is more valuable than Goonies.
Well, it's another one we see quite a few up. Right now, what is there? Two of them, two VHS in this auction, one beta. And LCG has one of ours of Back to the Future up right now, wraparound. So they are out there, but when you think of the 80s, I mean, Back to the Future's top of the list, right?
Yeah. Now, what about the side watermarks, Ray and Dan and Nico? What do you guys think it should be a big difference on the price if you get an 86 Back to the Future with the side watermarks versus the wraparound?
There's a price discrepancy.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I mean, so this is that tape, right?
That's the 86, right?
Yeah, because there's no UPC on the back, and the watermarks are on the side of the tape.
The yellow you'll see the yellow logo, but you won't see the wraparound. So the plastic, as far as everyone, I think the community agrees, wraparounds earlier. The yellow logo, which we would consider a first print. This one has the yellow logo, but no wraparound watermarks. So these
things are as tough to find though as like sometimes you have like side watermarks and they are super easy to find, and then other times they ain't that easy to find. You know what I mean? This is a tough one to find. There's a handful of copies, but they're always at $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 on eBay, and they just sit there, maybe disappear in a private auction. You just don't see them pop up. Same with like Jaws, right? Like it's not like they're out there everywhere.
Right.
Speaking of Jaws, oh Lord have mercy.
So hey, really quickly, back to the Future. I just wanted to, there's two. I believe there's two VHS with the wraparound MCAs, but one actually has the Scotch sticker.
So I thought that was the beta.
Is that a beta? Okay, so either way, I just think this one's cool. Like, the copy that I have has the Scotch sticker, and I think that's, if you've got that with the wraparound, that's going to command the highest. This is kind of interesting because it's rated pretty low.
Why is it you think it's highest? Because of the sticker?
Well, the sticker also tells you what kind of tape is on the inside. So
if you explain to them why the Scotch is important.
Explain, Ray. Explain.
Well, that's going to be, that'll be, I don't know, maybe if Danny's going to say something like that I'm totally wrong about this, but my understanding is that is, they were released with the highest quality tapes, the heaviest tapes. Those are the Scotch tapes. And they'll have that sticker on it. It's be the first release, and it's got a double stamp at the bottom, the MCAT. These wraparounds have at least one stamp on the cassette itself that says MCAT, but I think the ones with the Scotch actually have a double stamp. I think.
Sorry.
Yeah,
I was trying to not do the thing. I'm not there because my hacker bona fides were stolen from me, taken away.
Infinity Room. You were doing the Infinity version.
Ray brings up a great point about the quality of sometimes earlier tapes, and Scotch is a good example.
Yeah, thank you for the save.
And on our label, we mentioned the weight of the tape under tape there because a lot of people would rather have the commercially graded grade tape, because usually that's considered an earlier print. I mean, that's where, a lot of this stuff is the Wild West with knowledge because there's assumptions, and that's why we don't put on our tapes first print, second print, because we feel like as a community there's a lot to learn. But why people mention Scotch tape, because Scotch tape was a very high quality tape of the time, and that's why if you ever get the question of the weight of the tape, people want to know if it's the commercial grade or not. So yeah, I agree with you, Ray. But yeah, it's definitely a plus.
A plus. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Dan.
Big boss.
I love the Jaws. Love
I
this
do
movie.
too.
Love it.
Now, has other than the one that's on eBay for like 40 grand that was there and then disappeared, has anybody seen an earlier sealed copy of this?
No, I haven't. You have that? Yeah. Nice.
The all
I'm not
black
supposed to say
rainbow,
anything but yes.
Oh,
Yeah,
that you saw one of those seals?
the sealed rainbow.
No, not rainbow. I saw one earlier, but not rainbow. But I'm not supposed to say anything because sometimes people ask us not to. So once we get the topic out.
Oh, but
No!
so this technically is the second release, right? This slipcase.
Yeah, there is an all black cover.
Third or second or third?
I think it's the first. No, second. Sorry, on this blue cover is the second, right?
Actually, Nico,
I mean-
when you say it like that, now you make me think I'm wrong. I might be wrong. So
So there's
Could be
the
a second or a third.
there's
Well, you have the
there's
black
all
box,
black,
then-
but I thought there were two versions of the all black.
Oh, yeah.
Am I wrong?
81,
I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
180, and then 81, and then this is what 83.
Well, you have the no watermark, the watermark, then you have I think you have the rainbow, and then you have this one. So, it might be even fourth because you have the black box, and the black box. I can't remember if that came with rainbow, and then I would imagine you'd have a rainbow before this, and then these the home video wraparounds.
Okay, so in spite of all
Could be
that,
wrong.
I think this tape's going to sell for $25,000. Third print says Matt Huskinson, the authority. I trust him. Yeah. So
Matt.
dude's smart. But anyway, this thing's going to sell for what? $25,000? I mean, that's what they sell for.
I think it's like Star Wars. You know, like Star Wars, you're not gonna get the public library copy. Then there's another copy, and then there's that the slipcase that everybody wants. So I think this is it's gonna be in that level, 18,000 to 25,000 range.
Weren't they selling for 25?
The last one sold for about 14 to 15, and that was the last auction at Heritage. So I don't know that I see this going past 15. To be honest,
Am I wrong, Ray? I thought somebody was trying to buy your copy for 25. Am I wrong?
No, that didn't happen.
Plead the fifth.
I would have sold it.
Maybe it's a different tape. So you think this is going to go for about 3x?
I think this will go for 3x. Yeah, I mean, optimistically, I would say it would go for 15. I would say on the low end, maybe 9 to 10. But yeah, I mean, hopefully it breaches 10,000. I mean, it's super high grade. Like, I mean, at the end of the day, too, like when you get a tape like this, like you want that grade to be as high as you can, right? So they're going to go for the premium. So the thing with the last one that sold was that it was a 9090. So it was slightly higher grade than this one. And that sold, again, for 14 or 15,000.
Okay. What's with the Jaws VHS people? I mean, they are obsessive about Jaws VHS. Can someone explain that to me?
It's a great movie, man. I mean,
I get that, but like, there's like a separate like subculture around Jaws VHS that has persisted for 15 years.
Yeah,
dude. I mean, can I explain it?
Yeah.
I mean,
Can you? I want
to know. It's a fucking great thriller movie by Steven Spielberg, man. Like, I think people who love movies obviously they gravitate towards Spielberg. He's got to be top 5 for like essentially any movie lover, So, and he was like 26 or 27 when he made this fucking movie. Like he was a child.
I'm trying to talk about stuff we didn't talk about yesterday.
Real quick,
third print Halloween.
Real quick, let me touch upon that Jaws because I usually don't say much on prices, just not my thing. But Jaws, I think there's a wraparound that ended on golden for after buyer's premium. It was like 9,000 then buyer's premium, but that was a 2-tone. There should be an earlier print. Well, what we consider an earlier print, that went for about 11, just to give a comp of that. But
Nice.
that was on Golden, yeah, 5-6 weeks ago. I don't know, December 28th. So
Nice. Thanks, Dan.
The hammer price, Dan, was 9 on that one. You said
it was 9,877. So 11,852 after buyer's premium. So I was looking it up while you guys were talking. So it was a wraparound Jaws with a 2-tone tape. So
What do you guys think about this bad boy?
All-time horror classic for sure. It's not the first release. I mean, you got
The third, right? There's Meta Media, this one.
Yeah,
Meta
it's
Media.
Meta Media, and this one technically is the third release. But again, these are really hard to find. I mean, forget about
There's no known copies of the Meta, right? There's 2 copies of the Media.
Yeah, those are extremely rare. This one,
this is the third box,
is a box.
but the watermarks probably make it a little bit later than a third, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah, if it was, what does Matt Huskinson say?
You want the one where it says media, like in a waterfall? Is that the one
On the
that
back.
you?
Yeah, this will be like an 85 or something.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, this is still a fucking strong tape. This is, this should go for every dollar that it goes for, I think. Oh, wow, I let a Meta copy slip away. Wow.
Well, here's my next question. Was it sealed?
if he let one of those seal, that will be crazy.
I'd love to see one.
But anyway, there's some people, including Maya. Maya, I think she likes this black cover more than the other ones.
Yeah, I agree.
I like this black. It has more like a striking.
All right. So I want to try to get into some of the tapes that we haven't talked about yesterday. And I don't know that there's necessarily.
I think people got to keep an eye on like the beta tapes, man. I kind of think the beta tapes are going to go low, and I think they'll be easy to pick off. Just throwing that out there.
That's smart. How about this? How about this puppy?
I love that. I love it.
So younger people that I've talked to about this are all excited about it. Old farts like me, I'm like, it's my tape, and I'm like, meh. So, but Maya, for example, who's younger than me, and my buddy Jake, who's younger than me, are obsessed with the fact that this thing was made. I wonder how many copies are out there.
You have to be on there.
I think it was limited to like 100.
Well, no, I mean, but like, so we saw one. There's
Wasn't
one
that,
open and one sealed on eBay right now. I want to know how many are still out there, like total.
It should be the same amount. I don't think these were thrown away. It's only 7
Yeah,
years.
but if they're open, nobody cares anymore, right? I mean,
Well, here's the fun thing to think about is, do you guys, a question to ask you guys, do you think this will become more common for movies to be released again on VHS?
I think it could for sure. Yeah. Yes.
It's kind of cool. I mean, it's fun. I mean, this is I mean, it's dope. I know a lot of us like the old stuff, but seeing some of this get revived, VHS revival is really neat.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. This tape, Nico, I'm sorry, my bid is somewhere actually in there. I like it.
my man, go get it. Shit, I'd rather it go to you than somebody else. All right, let's see.
You should have told me you had it.
How do you get that one, Nico? Was that from a collection?
Where did I get that?
Yeah.
Another country.
Another country. Wow.
I'm good at shopping. All right. Should we talk about The Godfather just because it's too damn cool?
What?
I was curious about this copy because not but like a month ago, or no, it was like 2 months ago. Someone sniped a copy from me, but there's no way it could have made it through grading this fast. This does not have watermarks.
Do you mean
right?
do you mean backdoored?
Yeah. I bought it for $100.
Oh my God.
$100 on eBay, and then
It looked
I
like
got
this?
that email. Yeah. Is this C seam? No watermarks in a C seam. I mean, they all probably came out this way.
Jesus.
And just a public announcement: backdooring is bad.
Was it a VHS or a beta?
That one was a VHS.
This is a beta.
Oh, that's a beta. Never mind. I'm an idiot. Forget it.
Okay. What tapes that we still haven't talked about? I think this is incredible. I mean, did you guys grow up on Caddyshack?
I haven't seen this movie. Sorry.
Yeah, of course.
Pablo, you fucking
Great
with me?
movie.
I haven't seen it. To be honest. No, I was too young when this came out, and then I never got to it. I will try to watch it.
Pablo, it'll change your life.
It won't.
Yeah.
It's like, it's funny because I didn't see it as a kid, but I definitely watched it like when I was like 20 with a friend, and
Oh my God.
still hit well.
I think because I like golf. I'm a football, soccer guy, basketball. This will be anything related to golf. It doesn't appeal to me.
I mean, I'm not a huge golf guy, but I still like Happy Gilmore.
Yeah, it is Happy Gilmore. I mean, it's very little to do with
Golf
and more of like social commentary on country clubs and uptight assholes.
But let me
It's good.
let me ask Dan, Ray, and you, Nico. Like, what do you guys think? Again, like this is a clamshell. Obviously, the first release. Do you guys like that? A lot of these movies, like Caddyshack, Terminator, First Blood, they are clamshells. And then if you want to have a collection, then you're gonna have a clamshell mixed with slipcases. If you really want the first release of a movie that you really like.
There goes
Yeah,
Dan.
dude,
My man,
I
Dan.
love clamshells, man. What's the seal on this one?
You know what? I don't know the answer to that. I apologize. I presume it's just a silver sticker. Let's see if we can figure that out.
No, but go to the side picture. Yeah, white seal.
Yeah, so I can't. I don't know.
They don't have. Yeah, they only have 3 picks.
3 picks. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's not seal. It just has a little sticker on the spine, right?
Yeah, I was just curious if it had a white seal or a silver foil seal.
It's silver. I think I saw it.
All right. Boom, ba-dum. Ba-da, da, da, da. We didn't talk about this one yesterday. That's pretty dope.
Is that special?
What's up?
That's not a special tape, is it?
It's a screener.
Ah,
Yeah.
It is. Different artwork. That's huge.
Yeah. I mean, I like it. It's episode 1, Phantom Menace. I remember I had to go to a wedding with a girlfriend in Atlantic City. And this movie came out, and I knew I couldn't break away for enough time to watch it. But I also knew, I'm in Atlantic City. If I can't find this at like a gas station bootleg within 2.2 minutes of it being released, I'm not doing my job. So as soon as we checked into the hotel, I'm like, and I finally found somebody that was selling it. Zip down there, watched it on my laptop, happy as can be.
nice.
Brother Dan?
Were you happy though? Were you happy watching this movie? I don't know.
No,
Feel like,
heartbroken. I was
even-
happy that I got to watch it. And then I saw it and I was like, this is a terrible film. This is just horrible.
Now, episode 3, that will be nice. VHS. And I think in the UK, you have the UK version of episode 3. And I think that's a good movie. But not in the US.
So there's a lot of tapes that, like, do you know what this would cost you on eBay? Oh my God.
The Street Trash is like a cult classic movie. Open, it goes for $150, man. Open. I can tell you.
Oh wow.
Dude, sealed, this would be like I would say 5,000 to 7,000 asking price on eBay, and then it would promptly disappear for an undisclosed number, and I'd be like, "Holy shit!" That's sort of my take on something like this.
That's a good point, Nico. But I think this one is gonna be, again, because it's those horror fans that they love the horror genre. I don't know if it's gonna translate, for the seal tapes to be that valuable.
So you're not the first person that said that to me, and in fact, I think Tim McBride warned all of our viewers a long time ago when we first started on this that those cult classic tapes, when he was doing video games, didn't translate to the same like astronomical growth in video games. That they were still big numbers, but they didn't bring like the super big numbers. So, as people were beginning to buy heavy, he sort of dissuaded them from that. There was a lot of pushback from the panel. I remember, and I think, Pablo, to your point, that's kind of become sort of a prevailing concern among people that are smart about this stuff.
Yeah, I agree. Again, there are some exceptions, like a Sleepaway Camp, Killer Clowns from Outer Space, Frankenhooker. Those I think those will translate. Cheerleader Camp, Chopping Mall. There are certain ones that are gonna be high open, and they're gonna go really high sealed. But Street Trash, it's gonna be interesting to see where that ends.
Now, Matt's observation, I think, is smart. I'm gonna do this so they don't have to stare at my ugly mug. These, for me, they feel like PCH covers.
Yeah, I think I like what Matt says over there. That Pico Horror Comics took their time to get there. It's just definitely, because again, but you have to watch the movie though. Like that's the appeal also of a lot of. That's why they are popular when you pay that money open, because you buy it, you watch it, and there is something about that movie that you love. Now this one that you're showing right there, Student Bodies, that's not a horror movie. It's like a parody. It's just making fun of horror movies, but it's not a horror movie.
Yeah. So, guys, what would this sell for on eBay? Back right?
Yeah, that like 2,000, 3,000 at least.
At least $105. I mean, I think there's opportunities, and I may be wrong. Somebody may just be like, "The hell with this," and just wipe out the competition and then piece them out on eBay. But I
Nico,
think
you should start with the lowest price, and just go in like ascending order on these, and let's see.
How do we do that? Does anybody know how to do that?
You should be able to go to. So can you back out of here? Just click to that. Yeah, right there.
Okay.
And then can you put VHS in? Well, put VHS in the search query.
No, it says browse all the lot, Nico, in blue. Below the red.
Yeah. Hit that, then you sort by.
Browse all items.
There we go. And then just you say best match on the right. Yeah.
Oh, here we go, boys. You ready? All right. Anybody? This I like because it's a beta. Obviously, not a smart move as a VHS tape, but that beta around Christmas time, I think you can pop off for great money. You know what I mean? Like, boom, good flip. I don't know what Hairspray is. I'm gonna be honest.
That will definitely sell for the $3 it's currently bidded at.
Okay. Did anybody watch Sudden Impact, Dirty Harry Part 2?
No, I haven't.
That looks like a Beckett case, isn't it?
I don't like that style of case.
Do you know how hard it was for me to get? I had to break a tape I bought from Maya out of one of those. Like, I literally wanted to get like a freaking table saw to try. That was horrible. Like bang it out of. I love Kill Bill. There's an incredible Kill Bill promo screener. Have you guys seen that?
Where?
love
in this
Spanish.
auction.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that was for Kill Bill 2, though, right?
I don't know. I felt like there was one for
Actually,
each
there's
one.
two screeners. One doesn't have. One is just the title without any artwork, and then Kill Bill 2
Okay,
has
Kill Bill
her
2
in
is
a.
the one that I love then.
Yeah,
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 it's
yeah.
the
I love that
bride.
cover.
You have that,
Yes.
Ray.
Agree more.
Nice, Ray.
Yeah, that was one of the first
I
tapes I ever
remember
bought.
I was there with you.
All right. You guys tell me when there's to stop when there's something you actually give a shit about. Dun, 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 dun. Dude, I missed one of these for nothing on eBay, and I've hated myself literally every moment of the day since.
Well, now you can get one for 20
I know.
You can
Oh,
get $20.
oh
I know
yes,
that copy. I saw that copy when it popped up. I didn't
yeah,
buy
I don't
it.
know what this one's gonna sell for. If it sells cheap, I'll probably buy it. Is this a first print? Anybody know? Oh my, I bet it is.
Fuck, I don't know.
Dude, that's incredible.
What's the bottom look like?
It's got full back.
I guess what year was it? Because
Meatballs?
Yeah, that's got to be a first print. 1981 beta. It's a beta. It's definitely a first print. Now this is a smart buy. Cheap
they weren't
beta.
gatefolds.
I
I
don't
should
know.
not be running my mouth
It
right
should
now.
be. It's a
1970.
slip case, so I don't think. Wouldn't it be a gatefold from 81 first, and then it would go into slipcase?
Right.
Even for the beta, I thought that if it was the betas, they just basically, if you could find it the right year.
I'm not, you know.
But yeah, I think this one is tricky because this came in 1979, so there could be a clamshell from 1980, man. It could be. But it's definitely super early with the back watermarks like that.
It's definitely cool.
Definitely cool. It should go for 300, 400 at least, in my opinion.
Oh, dude, I gotta find out if that's the first print or not.
It has to be first or second for sure.
All right, trading places. Are you kidding me,
Is that with back watermarks?
bruh?
Damn, that's cheap.
Yes.
First release. Nice.
Yes.
first release.
I love
But
it.
this is what I'm saying. If you're looking at the betas, I mean, I think some of these could go cheap. They're going to be good pickups.
Absolutely.
This movie was awesome to me. Always, it got me so engaged with the stock market for the first
Oh
time.
man, poor Dan.
Dan is coming and going.
I'm sorry. Every time someone tries to call me, it messes up my feed. So I apologize.
By the way, guys, this is the 40-year anniversary in June for this movie. This movie came in June of 1983, man.
That's awesome.
40
crazy.
years in another 3 months.
All right, so
You know,
nobody
really-
seems to care about my accountant, and I'm not really happy about that. Highly disappointed. I think he keeps good books. I'm just saying.
Dude, I love this tape too.
Yeah, right.
But this is part
I-
2, it's not the original one.
I like the Hustler. I mean, obviously, it's not a first print, but the Hustler is really cool.
Oh, with Paul Newman?
Yeah, the
You mean the
Key
Color
Video
Money?
version.
This is technically the sequel, the one
Yeah,
with
the sequel.
the
And
Paul
this- yeah.
Newman is 1954, right? Or 55, 56?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hustler is a magnetic first, so that's why.
Wow.
You know.
Oh, that'd be killer, dude.
It's
This
a-
I like because it's a beta. The VHS of these are super duper common. I think this is the only beta I've ever seen, and it's mine. Not anymore. It's about to be freaking gone. But
Nico, are half these tapes yours?
I got a lot of them.
Are we just pumping your tapes?
I wish. I'm basically the auction prices now. I should have kept most of them. Now,
is this a second release, Dan? What release is this, in your opinion?
No,
key
it's
video?
definitely not first. It's definitely not first because there's a magnetic. I have a open one of them over here in my office, but
Yeah, that's why I tell
yeah.
people, don't think that all those key videos are always first releases, and this is one case that is not the first release.
so I bought someone a Cat's Eye key video that I think is a first release that I thought was kind of a sleeper pick because it's Drew Barrymore early, Stephen King.
Oh,
That
weird.
War Games.
You guys like war games?
Yes.
Good one, yeah. I mean, that reminds me of ChatGPT. Do you want to play a game?
Yeah, boy.
This is ChatGPT in the making right there.
$25.
I'll take it.
Is that? Well, hell yeah, it is.
Oh yeah.
Oh
This
boy,
is the stuff that the dreams are made of.
$26 right now.
Whoa.
I'm so glad that you did that because I would not have even looked at that. Like I would not have even thought twice about that listing, but now I'm interested.
That's your boy. That's your boy Sid. Take it serious.
Let me ask you this, guys, real quick. What do you guys think from these movies that they were big in the 40s, 50s, and 60s? Do you think those should have high value?
I think they will have medium value. You know what I mean? And
Mild to moderate.
yeah, I don't think they're gonna go astronomical like nuclear, but
Well, it was, something
people who are film
interesting
buffs.
I always look at movies that get released later. People want something closest to the release date. And, the closer to the release date, I think the more important sometimes. And, if you have something like Jaws that was released in 75, I think it was 75 when it originally came out.
Yeah.
And, it feels more special if it, if there was one that came out in 75, and that's where, say like something like Goonies is closer to the date. So maybe that's why people, appreciate it with the values as they do. I don't know. But I was trying to keep that in mind of what people what they kind of hold special, to themselves and their favorite movies, and them showing their worth to it.
Yeah, I agree with you, Dan, and also with you, Nico. It's like this is our generation stuff. Generation X, we have the nostalgia for like late 70s and 80s. That's our generation. So we have the nostalgia for the Goonies, Back to the Future, Ghostbusters, Karate Kid. And we didn't grow up with these movies like the Maltese Falcon, Ben-Hur, the Ten Commandments. So those are my dad,
Well, I think there's always going to be a place to collect the early VHS and magnetics and betas, with the early watermarks and stuff, but it won't have the same effect as the pop culture value. It's more of a historic value, which is cool. I love, like, we all love seeing the stuff that came out, these movies from the 40s that got released. I mean, I got a bunch of them, like Gunfight at the OK Corral, so,
Yeah.
It's cool.
Straight slip. What's up? I think the sports fans are going to make this one go bonkers.
Yeah, that one's gonna go big. That's one of those that is that 38 it means nothing. It's gonna go big at the end.
That's what I think too.
Because that's a slipcase.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
great.
I mean, the clam's worth $0 freaking dollars, but the slip's super rare. I think people pay big bucks for that. I think that's my guess.
They might pay 2 or 3 times $38.
Yeah, no, I think there's a lot more than that. But I think this is incredible.
First release.
Bruh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Canadian, right?
Yeah.
Canadian. Yeah.
Super neat.
Yeah.
Beta. See, I like the betas. I like the betas for a couple different reasons. One, there's fewer releases. Like, it's just easier when I was getting started to be like, oh, buy the beta for, and I had a little bit of confidence that it was going to be a first print.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
The Jerk's a good example of an early MCA. When MCA really came out, 1980. A lot of us now believe that there was no watermarks, and in 1980, and then it's gone to 81. So something like the Jerk, or there's Jaws 2. It's cool to see some of that stuff. And the Jerk kind of falls into that, and that's one of those movies that doesn't get the love, but is a very beginning part of MCA home video.
The side watermarks on this one went for major money in the last auction on parts 1 and 2. I would not have put this in back-to-back auctions. I think it's going to drive down the price. This is one that'll be, I think, you'll be able to get it for a steal at your buddy George's Insider Baseball Tip.
Which release was that?
Second.
The second.
print.
Okay.
I mean, it's like first release, second watermarks.
Right. Gotcha.
Yeah, but I mean, like, it went for major money. And
Can you see the back cover, George, on that one, please? Oh, okay.
yeah, side watermarks.
Hmm.
And I think this is one you'll be able to, somebody's going to steal it. I like that because it's beta and it's Ghostbusters 2. You know what I mean?
I feel like Ghostbusters 2 doesn't get any love, man. I
Not
love
as good as
Ghostbusters
the
2.
first one, right?
Superior soundtrack, though.
It did, yes, for sure. It was just like I was at the age though where I could appreciate Ghostbusters 2, where I was like freaked the fuck out by Ghostbusters 1.
Exactly. It's exactly right. All right. This is the second print, right?
Yeah.
But it's got shitty watermarks. Wah, wah. What's that going to do to the price tag? It's dirt cheap right now.
Yeah. I mean,
dirt cheap. First print like this, $5K all day, right?
On VHS, yeah.
Well, it'd be second print, but like this, $5K all day.
For the VHS, yeah, I think.
Yeah, but not with side watermarks. What do you think it goes for? 2,500?
No, that would be too high in my opinion, George.
Really?
I think it'll be 500 to 750. That would be my guess.
Yeah.
I think that might be a smart buy then. I mean, it would be different. So if it doesn't have the Paramount over here and it just has the one over here, completely different story.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
But having both of them to go that cheap, right? Come on, I'm a buyer at that amount. I'm a buyer and a flipper at that amount.
Let's go, you and me, man. Let's bid this thing up.
Yeah, that's wishful thinking. I think I'll unless you were eyeing it, I should have just shut my mouth. But I think
I'm getting the sense this is your tape.
No, this is not mine. No, yeah. Although it's some of these price tags, I might buy some of my tapes back if they go this cheap.
Let me ask Dan, what do you think of the two grades? I mean, that bothers me a little bit on IGS cases. Why do I need two grades in there? I just want one grade.
Well, I do give them props for, it makes it understandable. I do give them props for trying to do something different. But yeah, I mean, I get what you mean. And, it's, props for them to try to do something a bit different. I think some companies just follow the line and, do the alphabet, kind of stuff. But yeah, they definitely not my taste, but I give them props.
All right.
Hey Dan, real quick, from
What's up?
From the video game world, I just had a question. Like, do you think that the shrink grade trumps the box grade? I mean, obviously the overall grade is important, but if you've got
funny, box grade always kind of wins out, but sometimes if you have so I'm getting over being sick. Sometimes if you have a 2 point, say if it's a 9.6A or a 9.6A or a 9.8 B plus, the 9.6A wins. That's a bad example, but shrink really matters at the top end. A lot of people that collect more VGA style really love the shrink more than I know. So it's kind of interesting to see, so, and that's, we went with the 5-star grading scale because I hate the B plus to A. Like no one, it's hard to accept a B plus, so,
right.
that was the hard thing. And we tried something different and we'll see how the community feels about it. It's always a learning challenge.
Do you guys like this or no?
I like the TV show.
The Sopranos episode 1.
From what year?
Gotta be like 97 or something. It says VHS 2000. I kind of like it. I mean, The Sopranos is like, to me, that kicked off like everyone's TV obsession.
TVs being like movies, right? I mean, like,
Yeah, right.
But I mean, I'm not much for owning that myself on VHS, but
yeah, I think I need films.
$52.
I'm sure I'm like you guys. You know, I personally like movies that when I think of VHS, I think of the '80s, and I like movies from the '80s there.
Yeah.
But you know, each person has their thing.
Yeah, definitely 80s for me too.
Well, I think we sometimes see that with what, you know, we get a lot of submissions of, you know, Back to the Future, Top Gun, you know, the movies that are iconic 80s films. And but I always love seeing a great screener, a promo. Those are always fun.
Now, here's one I thought was super cool.
Ringo.
The Ring.
Yep, that's dope.
Right?
That's still not.
Well, that's the foreign language film, the
Oh,
promo screener, right?
Isn't that like the prequel? Before the Ring, there's New.
but that's the original idea, and then they just bought the rights, right, for the Ring. Isn't that it's the same movie?
Yeah, it's dope, dude. I mean, where the hell did they find that? So I
Japan.
Like that, I love stuff like that. It's just cinema history right there.
yeah, I wish
My
this
kids
had
are-
the right watermarks.
Okay. Goodbye.
That with the right
Like-
watermarks.
See, Ray, I locked them inside.
I'm like trying to stiff arm my kids, like out of the
Boom.
way.
What's with the Super VHS Indiana Jones? Is that like a S VHS Indiana Jones or something like that?
I don't know. This is beta. There's an S. There's that one's here somewhere.
S is supposed to be like super, like very quality than just the regular VHS.
That I love. With the
Yeah, Jay
wraparound.
gave, I thought, a decent explanation of it yesterday, with there only being however many titles were like released on it.
I just don't think they should be valuable, but that's my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, it's not my thing. Like I'm like Dan. I want movies from the '80s, except for a few.
All right, guys. What do you think?
Oh,
The Bible.
They're winning. They're winning.
They're winning. Oh,
Is that
Oh,
is
they
that
took
is
them
somebody
out.
gonna want this? Are people gonna pay major money for that?
that's Jesus, my man, Jesus.
Or Spellbound? Dan, you say no?
Haven't seen that movie.
I don't know. I'm just laughing about Ray. He just
Look at
got
the
taken
Bible.
out like zombies took him out.
Or
We gotta
buddy?
get the Bible, and then we gotta donate to the museum.
I
Sorry,
mean, this
Nico.
is from the
Yeah, I
bottom
mean-
up. There seems to be a lot of opportunity. Spaceballs,
back.
the big movie.
First,
You guys got to tell me where to stop. What you're interested in.
I'm interested in every rewind tape in this auction. I'm just kidding.
you're gonna go for some of these, Dan. I know you will.
I had a few early bids in just for fun, but
yeah, I've got bids on multiple things. I just cannot. I don't want to talk about it because I don't want other people bidding on my shit.
Yeah. How about this one? Is that gorgeous or what?
That's a beauty.
that is dope. That is very cool. I love that.
Yeah.
Like that seeing those kind of alternate covers, I think are really neat. And we've seen quite a few of them come in. I think that
the Mission Impossible, guys. That Mission Impossible for our viewers on VHS is 25 cents. I give you a call for it. But the Betamax, that is the last movie on Betamax, as far as I can tell.
That's pretty sweet. I wonder if these come with wraparound watermarks.
Have you seen one of those, Dan, with watermarks?
I haven't yet. Originally, that was a 2-tape. That went down to 2 tapes to 1 tape. Was it 81 ish? They had the 2 tapes.
Well,
That's
so
a
but
2-parter.
you're thinking of the VHS. This is the beta, so it's only one.
Oh shit! I'm watching on my phone. I haven't seen one come in yet, but I imagine they would come in watermarks eventually.
But it's easy to tell if it's a beta. Here's the tip: if it's in an IGS case, it looks terrible. Shots fired! Shots fired!
No comment.
Fire.
Shots fired! Shots fired!
Oh, that's the Super VHS. That's Indiana Jones next to it.
Which one?
Hey, by the way, Mission Impossible. Nobody bid on that. That's a shitty tape. Nobody bid on it.
I'm gonna take it. Sorry, I'm gonna fight you for it, my man.
I thought that Warriors is pretty cool.
Dude, I no question about it. No question about it. Also a beta.
This is the oldest Warriors I've ever seen.
Why is only $100?
Dude, there's just a lot of great stuff that's dirt cheap right now.
What the
We'll
hell?
see what happens when live bidding starts.
I love Friday Night.
How about this? I never see these tapes.
No, but Come Buy Me Love on VHS is a common tape.
Sealed?
So
Yes, sir. Come Buy Me Love is really is not rare.
Really?
Yeah.
I think Pablo's sitting
maybe
on
I've
a
just
few
never looked
cases
for it.
right now.
Everybody's gonna hate me. Now again, I try to help the guys I want to get, invest. Or I love that movie, Come Buy Me Love, but
yeah.
I didn't pay too much money for it.
Bruh. How about this sucker?
Spreading knowledge.
Pablo's a
How sick is this?
I think that's cool. It's
Elvis.
dude, magnetic watermarks. I love those.
Yeah, me too.
But again,
Absolutely.
that's what I was asking you guys earlier. Like, it's Elvis Presley. How many fans are out there right now that they're willing to pay top dollar for Elvis stuff?
Well, the hard thing, if you're going to pay top dollar for Elvis, you're usually not looking for it on VHS. You're usually looking for it on another medium, So that's where I think sometimes there's some people look at investing into things like people love Elvis. Well, it's like people love Elvis music, not exactly video. So it's, while it's a cool magnetic, I don't know. I think it makes a ceiling of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of these things, man, I cannot see going for this low. Like, it just doesn't make any sense,
You're right.
Um,
American Psycho.
Screener.
The screener.
the screener.
Got the reels. No
Interesting.
barcodes. The key.
That's a great movie.
You said no barcode on the screener?
No barcode on the screener.
On the back
There
cover.
are screeners that have a barcode on it?
No. If it's got a barcode, it's just the regular tape. No barcode,
Okay,
it's a
okay.
screener.
I mean, there's tons of beautiful tapes in this auction, and I wish all buyers and sellers the best of luck on both sides.
I want to see Rewind. Then next time I want to see some Rewind tapes on Heritage. Make it happen.
Dude, how about how Golden had the broke ass Day of the Dead with the video treasures? I was like, what are you guys doing? Why you got to be like that?
What the hell? No.
Pablo,
Dan, you don't have to wish the buyers and sellers good luck at Heritage. I mean, there's no predators involved. You should fucking go to Golden's when we cover them and be like, I wish everybody luck. If you don't know what you're doing, consult them and buff. They'll help calm me.
No, I just, it's going to be a fun
Ray can't keep his composure.
No, I just meant,
will Golden accept me? Fuck.
No. What I meant by just, I love watching auctions. I just, I think all of us do, a lot of people anticipate these. So it was nothing about, I wasn't trying to make a behind the hand mark.
I'm just
I got tons of those. But no, I really do like in video games myself, like for years. You look forward to these things for months to get your catalogs, and it's a lot of fun. So I'm very, I know a lot of you have been, waiting for this for months, so it's kind of cool to see it happening, and we're on the eve of that, and excited for both sides.
Yeah, I think my kids are trying to tell me that they're ready for me to be done here, but I'm like super excited for tomorrow, man. I've got multiple bids in. I'm hoping to win some fucking tapes. I hope I actually have a few tapes in this auction too, so I'm curious to see how that goes.
I have 0.
Well, you have 0 now.
Yeah, I'm basically
in the future that it might be different.
Some of these results.
Yeah, we'll see.
So, Ray, before you pop off, can you give me maybe your top 5 tapes
from this auction?
Auction. Doesn't have to be value, just ones that you're not bidding on, but you almost bid on.
Yeah, that's a good.
Well, I mean, aside from the ones that are already charging top dollar, obviously those are going to be fucking awesome.
Yeah, throw some bones.
I mean, I'll just tell you the two tapes that I'm specifically looking at. It's Batman Begins and Deadpool,
Oh,
two modern tapes. Even though I
Perfect.
gravitate toward the old stuff, but those are the two tapes that for me, like I feel like I got to put some money into.
so that's a telling observation. This is Ray, who's breaking all of the rules, right? Like, oh,
I think
80s
Batman
tapes are
Begins.
where the value is. Listen to Pablo, 1981, 1979. And then he's like, so I'd like a 2005 Batman Begins, and I think that San Diego Comic-Con Deadpool looks awesome.
I love it.
Well, but dude, honestly, okay. So I see it like this. Like one, I think that Batman Begins, even though technically for me, Michael Keaton Batman was still like the Batman. That Batman Begins was fucking amazing.
No
People
doubt.
probably will say that is the Batman, right? Like, and I think that if you think about what the future of this is, people are not going to be looking at the Maltese Falcon from the 40s. People probably don't know anything about war games, but they will recognize Batman Begins. And to think that this fucking movie came out in 2005 on VHS is crazy, So this is a fucking huge movie for me. I'm going to be bidding on this one, as well as Mission Impossible, the beta. I like the last of things. I think that Cars is going to be an interesting tape that sells. I want to know what that sells for. It's already at 4,600 or something like that. So these later tapes, I think they're going to be big too.
Yeah, Cars is technically it's not the last major studio release, but it's that promo movie that it has that 2007 on the back cover. So a lot of collectors they consider that to be the last VHS movie to find.
Yeah, I can tell you with my kids fucking love this movie. They love Cars.
Okay.
Like they're 4 and 7. And I love this movie because they love that movie. And I love History of Violence, which is 2005. Apparently, that was allegedly the last commercial release. But for me, I'd rather have Cars than History of Violence, and I have 2 copies of History of Violence. So,
Oh my. Well, this is your leaderboard. We've been here for a solid hour. I really want to thank Dan for enduring us, enduring his bad internet, and I hope he'll come back. And I will continue to try to ask him awkward questions about Golden Heritage and anything else.
Always feel free.
He's still a friend, which is kind. This is actually the first time that we've met, and I've given you nothing but a hard time. And I will apologize for that. But I will say that we appreciate you, and I really appreciate what you're trying to do for a hobby that means a lot to me and a lot to some of the smartest collectors in comics and sports cards and video games who are all transitioning to physical media.
Well, I appreciate you having me. Honestly, I have a good time anytime like this. So anytime you guys are doing something like this, I'm happy to be here. It's always good to see Pablo. Ray, it's been too long, but next time we have a meetup, you better be there.
I will be there. I will be there.
Hey, Pablo,
can we get away? So
can we get the final thought from you? I interrogated Ray. I know Dan's a gentleman and a professional, so he'll stand silent and won't tell me what he thinks.
I have my list. Do you know what my list?
Oh yeah, go ahead, Dan.
Absolutely. I didn't know if that would taint the objectivity of Rewind
Oh
grading.
no, I can still love movies.
My
Let's
man.
go, Dan. What do you got?
Godfather 2 looked really cool. I thought those were dope. I gotta say, as silly as it is, I'm always a sucker for just watching regular Ghostbusters. So I always like watching those go. And I have nothing in this auction, so I'm just what movies I always like to watch at auction. And trying to think of the other one I was kind of top of my list. Obviously, the Deadpool is fun to watch. But yeah, no, there's just a few ones like that I think the Godfather Part 2 is really neat. It's something you don't typically see.
Brother
Yeah, for
Ray?
me,
Even though it should be in a rewind case. Just kidding.
Terminator for sure. The first release, I think that one is gonna be a beast. Probably the top 3 most valuable tapes in this auction, in my opinion, has to be. Then is that Superman. The Superman is very rare. Yeah, that's a beauty. That should go for a lot.
I hope so, but I wish I would have kept it like a moron. I didn't know that James Gunn was going to take over DC. It was bad timing on my part. Okay.
Dude, this is what's going to happen. It's going to go for $50K. You're going to take that $50K and you're going to find a copy of that elsewhere that's going to sell for like $5K. You're going to buy it, and then you're going to have $45K in your pocket.
There you go.
If the world works the way that Ray describes it, I'm the happiest guy in the United States tomorrow. But I don't know that it's going to.
But not the world. Only the United States, not the world. No, I'm just kidding.
All right, so
it's called positive visualization.
Oh, is that with watermarks? That's a great movie, man.
It's got wraparound watermarks.
Oh shit!
And
Yes.
I think it's the earliest known sealed copy of it.
Really?
I think so, because it's a beta, so it's not really the first, but they think it's the first sealed beta. I should have asked Jay better questions about it. That's a failure on my part. And then the other one that we haven't talked about, I think that Mikey talked about it on maybe a prior episode, is this sucker. Holy shit! You ever seen one of those before?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, neither have I. I mean, it was like I was like, what is that? And I think that's incredible. I mean, I wish this would have come to auction before the new film, but I think you're going to see somebody with a little bit of scratch and a background.
Where's Mikey tonight? We should have had him on.
Fun.
Someone should have looked Mikey up.
I wasn't in charge of putting the hooligans together. He probably just would have yelled at me about the Scarface tape. But I'm sure he'll be here on Sunday, and I will make sure to give him your best.
Please do.
I promise. All right.
Good seeing you guys.
Yeah, the pleasure is mine.
All right, guys.
Thanks, friends.
Good seeing you.
Good luck.
We'll try to unpack everything that happens at the Heritage Auction on Sunday. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you, guys. Great show.